Hi, Gene.
Good morning, Alison. Here we are. Mondays and
Ready?
Wednesday coffee break. I'm ready.
Wednesdays. Okay, he's ready.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's
Let's
jump right
go.
into
Let's
it.
go. Go ahead.
Hey, it's Wednesday, November 19th.
Yep.
How was the show this morning?
It was good. Very funny. Very good. Very entertaining. Talked about PPAC and Boston's got a Michelin star restaurant, and of course Epstein and the Saudi crown prince. And I've got the menu what they served him last night in the White House.
Oh,
So
good.
it's
I want
very
to hear that.
interesting. Yeah,
All
lamb.
right, let's start with Karen Reed.
Yep.
So she's flipping it around now,
Yeah.
saying she was framed. You're going to sue me. I'm going to sue you because I didn't kill him. You did. What do you
Wow.
think?
I think she's got a chance of winning, Alison.
I do too.
It went with her on the criminal side, and now this is the civil side. They're suing her, you know. This is her turning around and suing them, and that was her dead Boston cop boyfriend. And she is saying, listen, I didn't kill him, and I was found not guilty at the criminal trial. I'm going to sue you, the Massachusetts State Police, the infamous Trooper Proctor, who had his hands all over this, and I'm going to sue the people who were inside the house. She's suggesting they killed him, not me. So
Or at least covered it up.
yeah.
Right.
You're right. At least
I think
covered
she
up.
has a
And this
case.
could go her way. Yeah.
I think she has a case too.
Yep.
This just goes on and on and on. And that's one of the headlines as well, is that this will take years and years to get to the bottom too,
Yeah.
for sure. It's making national news. People were reporting on that this morning as well, NBC
Yep.
News and others. So Karen Reed is not going anywhere and she's fighting back, it looks
Yep.
like. What I didn't follow though, is she had the same attorney in these cases?
The same attorney who handled a criminal case is also handling her civil case.
I don't know.
I don't. I think it's a different team.
It is a different
I think
team.
it'd be a different team.
Well, she needs the money too, I would imagine, right?
Well,
So let's see
cost
what
her-
happens.
She's got to pay that defense attorney fully. She made money off the Netflix documentary. And by the way, the other side says we'll sue her in court. And you know, OJ went just that way. He lost criminally. He won criminally, was acquitted, and then lost civilly. So
Right.
the other side is saying we didn't get you criminally, but we'll get you civilly. And so there's going to be a lot more back and forth on this.
It's amazing. Her life is pretty much half of it will be dominated by being in a courtroom.
What is she doing these days? She was a teacher up at a
She
college. What
was-
is she
I
doing
heard
these
she
days?
worked for a bank at one point. I don't know. How does that work? How do you get a job after all of this? I mean, everybody knows who you are, not under the best of circumstances. Yeah, not easy. Not easy on all sides of that
Yep.
story to be involved in it. So it goes on,
Yep.
is what we reported this morning.
Karen Reed.
Speaking of Proctor, Brian Walsh, this is wild. So he pleaded guilty to some of the lesser charges.
Yeah, but one of the lesser charges is
Exactly.
improper disposal of a body
I wanna know-
no one's ever found.
I don't understand this. So Brian Walsh, the man accused of killing and dismembering his wife, pleads guilty to misleading police and improperly moving human remains. So doesn't that make him plausible
Well,
in her death? It feels like. I mean,
Or-
it's really strange, right?
or at least he knows something about it.
He knows something. And doesn't
Uh,
bring it up.
You know what? We need to get a legal analyst on this to walk us through this because the central charge. Did you kill your wife? He's going to go. He's still going to stand trial on
He says
that.
not guilty. He says not guilty.
But just another footnote. It's the same courthouse as Karen Reed,
All of it.
right? Yeah.
Proctor, same courthouse. They never found Anna's body. High profile case. New Year's Day, 2023. There's also so many backstories about art and theft and all this other stuff. But that trial is a big one. Another big one, December 1st. Different judge.
Different judge.
Different judge.
Yeah.
And
Not sure. I'm not sure we could take another couple of months of the same judge. Glad we got a new judge.
But the new judge in this case will
Yeah.
sentence Walsh on the lesser charges after the trial concludes. Right. But that's what I took away from it as well this morning, Gene. I'm like, wait a minute. Not guilty for her death or murder,
Yeah.
but pleading guilty to improperly moving human remains.
Allison, remember there was a story in
I don't know the
Connecticut
strategy.
where the husband was accused of killing the wife. The body was never found. Remember that one?
Yes. They went to Brown.
Is that Doulos, I think?
Doulos went to Brown, kind of a high profile family.
Yeah.
They were like water skiing champs or something, right?
Yeah,
And we were
yeah.
covering it a lot in Rhode Island because of the Brown connection too. Yeah, and then he died in prison. And they
Yep.
never found her body, right?
No.
They had several kids, and the kids are now with the in-laws. Yeah, there's a lot of parallels between those two.
Yeah. Two husbands charged with killing the wives. Bodies never found.
Upper class,
All right. Number
lived
3.
in fancy neighborhoods, if you will. Okay, we're gonna remember Jason today. Jason's gonna pop in right now. Although he said he appreciated our banter. On the day. Well, thank you, Jason.
Professional people here, Jason.
Yes.
Go ahead. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's always wonderful listening to the two of you go back and forth. So very entertaining. I was lost in it all too before I looked at the clock. I was like, oh my God. But anyway, you guys might have noted this. A little bit cold out there this morning. It was one of our coldest mornings that we've seen across southern New England all season long. Providence official low, 27 degrees. So it was definitely chilly. Our average low is supposed to be around 35 degrees. Now, some of the colder spots, Taunton, per usual, but also Arthur's Vineyard got down to 21 last night. We've started to warm up a little bit, still in the 30s. Providence now at 40 degrees, one of the warmer areas here in southern New England. But the big difference between the previous few days is the lack of wind that we more or less have across southern New England. So even though our temperatures are within the same ballpark, they might actually feel a little bit milder compared to the previous days, just because we're not going to have that wind chill factor playing into today's forecast. We did have a little bit of activity right along the south coast, a quick little blip. Maybe you saw a couple of flakes there in South County. Otherwise, this storm system that's been to our south has been more of a cloud maker than anything. Now, the good news is this cloud deck is a pretty sharp cutoff. So the northern half of our viewing area is already enjoying a little bit of blue skies, while just to our south, look how thick this cloud deck is in the center of circulation, pretty well defined, just off the coast of New Jersey there. This cloud deck will continue to retreat over the next few hours, which is the good news. Sunshine's going to emerge, and that will allow us to eventually make our way up into the mid to upper 40s under those mostly sunny skies. But with those calm conditions in place, the lack of wind, and also clear skies again tonight, temperatures should be dropping like a rock. Going to be even colder by tomorrow morning. So we're expecting almost everyone to be in the 20s, maybe even a few spots dipping into the teens before we start to heat up. But the good news is we have a little hiatus, a little thaw coming, as we can see more seasonal temperatures in the forecast starting on Friday, continuing to the week of Thanksgiving. However, there could be a little bit of a travel mess potentially going on when it comes to the day before Thanksgiving. It's looking like a storm system is going to be moving into the Northeast. So I'll be talking about that a little bit more coming up at noontime.
Well, you're local, Jason. You don't have to go far, right?
And luckily I don't. I just got to come back into work on Thanksgiving.
Oh, you're working. Oh, we've been there, Jason. Gene.
I know.
Yeah.
I got to do my time.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Yeah, you have to do your time.
Yes,
yeah.
we all do.
Pay your dues.
Yes. Gene, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'll be home. Diane's cooking. I'm having my brother up. My mother will be here. 2 of my 3 daughters will be here. And that's a week from Thursday, right?
Fast, huh?
Yeah, coming up.
Thursday, yes.
Wow.
My sister's coming down from Maine with my niece and nephew, and we are doing Dave's. We are picking up from Dave's. We're going that route this year just because we're all busy, and we will heat it up, and it will be fine.
Turkey's turkey. You could do Dave's. You could do Greg's.
Right.
You could do Rufino's. I got. They're all doing it. Yeah.
We're just trying to save a little bit of time because my husband and I work 3 jobs. So, although he can make a good turkey, I will say that.
You beat me. I work 2.
Yeah.
Although I'm toying with delivering papers in between.
Why not, right? Just
why not?
Pile it on.
Not exactly heavy lifting these days.
I know. Oh, it's so sad. I know.
Yeah.
Except for Sundays with the time still.
Yeah.
Turkey's more expensive this year. No shocker there. Although they're saying it's not because of inflation, tariffs. At least the story we ran this morning was because of bird flu.
And they said there are 5 million less turkeys. So the turkeys cultivated on the big farms is it between 25 to 40% more expensive? Although I did see your story this morning. I happened to watch that. And it was, you went to a local turkey farm, right?
I didn't, but somebody did.
Well,
yes.
We had the owner of a local turkey farm. He's not reporting the same price increases. I think he's okay.
They're saying locally it's okay.
Yeah.
Christina went shopping and I can't look at these pictures. Scott, our producer, can you pull it, please? Mario is so afraid of birds too. Every time birds show up on the air, he has to look the other way. But
he doesn't eat chicken.
He eats chicken, he eats turkey, but he cannot stand birds and he cannot stand video of them.
Really?
They kind of gross me out too. But costs are up 25%. They're saying nationally, but Christina and Kristen, who work the morning show, said they both got turkeys for around $17, which I don't know if that's a good price or not. They claim it is. Yeah. But yes, up 40% across the board.
They paid $1 a pound. I heard Christina or
Kristen?
I heard some Kristen on your show say they paid $1 a pound to Stop and Shop. 17 pounds to $17.
So is that good? Is that good?
I don't know. Does Aldi have them? There's all these other alternative stores now. What is Whole Foods getting? Whole paycheck. We should send somebody up there. We should send somebody do a comparison.
I know.
Yeah.
It is beautiful though, shopping at a Whole Foods. You can't deny that for sure.
Very inviting. They make it very nice.
Inviting.
Yes, they do. Very inviting.
So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do exactly. I know on Sunrise we're all making something to bring in, so I'm super stressed about that because I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just do a pie. But we're all going to do kind of a side dish and bring it in, and we'll see who's the best baker or cook.
Yeah, Allison, if you're catering Thanksgiving, you're not going to cook for the morning show.
I actually am.
You
I'm
are?
gonna bake a pie for my colleagues. I spend
Yeah.
more time with them anyway, so why not?
All right.
I'm actually not a bad baker, Gene. Not going to say I'm great, but I can pull it off.
Okay. All right.
Have you ever baked a pie?
No, I've been eating all my life, but I'm not much help in the kitchen. You know, I told Chef Lydia that the other day. Lydia Bastianich was in
Yeah.
the Rhode Island Italian American Hall of Fame. So watching her show is actually the closest I get to a kitchen.
You don't help Diane.
Well,
No,
no. She doesn't ask me.
want
She doesn't
to?
ask me for help.
Probably doesn't want
if
you.
she asks me to get something, I'll certainly do it for her.
Yeah, but then you get distracted.
Well, here's the thing. Cooks don't like too many people in the kitchen.
That is true.
They like everything the way they like it. So, if they can handle it. I mean, I'll help her set the table and everything when it comes to
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah, isn't that very big of me?
That's great. That's huge.
Wow.
As you know, Dave, my husband loves to cook. Like there
Yeah.
are pictures of him at 5, like over the stove with, gravies and sauces. So he likes to do it. So I don't feel like I'm bothering him when he's doing it because he wants to be doing it anyway. And then I do the tablescaping. So it's
Well,
a fair division
yeah.
of labor.
Well, we've got two of the girls are coming home. And you know what? They've sort of slowly started to take over a lot of the holiday meals. Natalie and Sophia have kind of sort of taken that over. And you watch their Instagram. They have an Instagram, the two of them.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute. But they don't really cook either. They dine out a lot.
They dine out much too much. Of the three, the middle one is the cook. Sophie helps, and
Yeah.
Allie foots the bill.
Yeah, I would say I'm one of 3 girls too, and I probably enjoy food the most,
Yeah.
think about it the most, and make it the most. And that's a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
My father, on the other hand, could care less. He eats to live, not lives to eat.
Oh, see, you and I are the opposite.
We are the opposite.
We're the opposite.
I love to enjoy a good meal. I look forward to it.
My kids used to tell people, "What's your family hobby?" Some would say, "Oh, skiing, hiking, biking," and they would say, "We go out to restaurants."
You guys,
That's our family hobby.
I cannot keep up. So
That's
on
great.
that note, Heinz is out with a new condiment inspired by Friends. I'm not a huge Friends person, so I didn't really get this reference, but it's leftover gravy. Scott, do we have a picture of this? This is kind of clever, though. It will probably sell.
Well, explain it to me. What is that?
It's
Okay.
inspired by the season 5 episode in which a sandwich was made with Thanksgiving leftovers called the Moist Maker. Ew, I hate that word. but
Okay.
anyway.
So you're making a sandwich. Use that as the gravy.
It's leftover.
Okay, I get it.
Actually, I have a funny story about that. So my husband leaves all these leftovers after he slaves away and does all this great stuff for Thanksgiving prep.
Yeah.
Leaves it in my parents' refrigerator. We come down like 2 days later. There was a lot of leftovers. All gone.
Really?
All gone.
Wow.
Because my dad just said there wasn't room in the fridge. I'm like, but there's nothing in the fridge. So
Oh,
I don't.
he tossed it out?
Yes, Dave was horrified. Horrified.
That's pretty extreme.
It was extreme. There's a backstory
Yeah.
to that, but I'll leave it there.
All right.
But the sandwich in the episode is all the Thanksgiving fixings, but as a gravy-soaked layer of bread in the middle. People like that. I don't like that texture.
Do you know how long Friends has been off the air?
They are cashing in constantly still. Isn't it amazing?
Okay, it's got to be off the air 25 years. Off
Yeah.
the air. But it had a rebirth, a rediscovery. New generations found it online streaming. I don't know if it was on Netflix or wherever they put it. So it had a whole new rebirth of the audience. And if you get downtown New York, the coffee shop is
Boston
still
for a while too,
it's
right?
still a hot spot to go see it. And where they lived, it's all a hot spot. I went out to do you remember I went out? Were you here when I went out? When the thing was the hottest, they sent me out there to interview the
I wasn't
cast.
here yet.
Were you here for that?
No.
We went out to Hollywood. They were still shooting it, and I hadn't watched it, to be honest with you. I mean, I was aware who Jennifer Aniston was. But yeah, we went out. Bob Farrow's my photographer. We went out there, and all of us, at one point, Bob and I found ourselves alone on the soundstage of Friends. Not a soul around.
Know this.
We were just sitting there. The set was dark. We were just sitting there. And I said, should I go take a souvenir? Should I take the little frame on the? I thought better of it.
Yeah,
You may be alone, but I'm sure there's somebody watching.
I would hope that you thought better. And what did you think of the cast?
Didn't spend much time with them. It was kind of in and out.
Yeah.
Nothing to object to. Yeah.
They were doing their job. You were doing
Yeah,
yours.
I think at the time they were looking for more money, so maybe they were using the reporters who came in to press for more money.
Okay.
It was these junkets. They used to send us out to interview the stars of all the sitcoms and stuff. And
Okay.
I remember doing that one, Friends.
Okay. Great.
Yep.
Cool. All right. That brings us to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving and the parade. Now, my dad will say I wasn't grateful, but I remember being shoved on the train and having to go down as a kid, do the Thanksgiving Day parade. And it was like a whole thing. And I'm like, all right, I get it. One and done in a way, but they're still going strong. People love it. And
Well,
they've got some new floats.
okay. Alison, I lived literally across the Hudson River from Manhattan. You come out the Lincoln Tunnel, you go up the ramp, that's my house. So I was literally, without traffic, 15 minutes away from the parade. Never went to it, never saw it in person. When I was a kid, we would get down to the Lincoln Tunnel, and all of the parade floats
Mm-hmm.
were crafted and stored in Hoboken. And the night before the parade, they rolled them through the Lincoln Tunnel. So local people would get down and watch the floats. Some of them were folded, but you got a pretty good idea. They
Yeah.
rolled them right through the Lincoln Tunnel. So that was the closest I ever got. I love to watch the parade. I
Yeah.
really do. I love to get
Yeah.
up in the morning and watch the parade.
All right, the Epstein files. Oh my gosh. President Trump was just really berating reporters yesterday. The usual tone, but took it up to
Yeah.
another level at the same
Well,
time. Name calling and
a lot of what
they're
we
fair
see,
questions.
yeah, a lot of what we see is surface stuff. The Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman uh, came in from Saudi Arabia, hasn't been here in 7 years. Our intelligence services say he ordered the assassination, the chopping up of Khashoggi in Turkey. Remember that story? Went out in the suitcases supposedly. And there's also a lot of concern that the Saudis' fingerprints are all over 9/11. So he is coming. He absolutely knows you're going to get questions
Of
on that.
course.
And
It's a
so does
legitimate question. And
so
so does
does
President
so does
Trump.
the president know it's coming. So it came yesterday in the form of ABC's Mary Bruce. She asked them both. Uh, the prince answered both of them in a measured tone. He said, "I did not order the assassination or the chopping up of Khashoggi. I didn't do that, but I'm going to make corrections so that it never happens again, underlings." He also said, "We did not do 9/11." He said that was done by Osama bin Laden, who was a Saudi with other Saudis to drive a wedge between the U.S. and the Saudi government. We did not do that. So he answered the question. The president got very angry and shot back. Although this is becoming almost every day. Who were you with? ABC, fake news. You come in here with that attitude to embarrass me, and maybe we ought to start looking at pulling the license of ABC Network. Of course,
Same playbook.
yeah, ABC is not licensed. The half a dozen stations they own are licensed, but the network itself as an entity is not licensed. So that's how it went down yesterday.
He took it too far. It went on and on and on. He made it more than it was, in my opinion. Like we were watching it all morning. I was just, the typical playbook. All right. So that brings us to Epstein. He's supposed to sign it today, right?
Yeah, it released the bill to release all of the Epstein files that the Justice Department has passed the House, with just one objection, and it passed the Senate fast. And in passing the Senate, the House Speaker Johnson was caught off guard. He wanted changes made to it, even though he presided over the passage in the House. He felt when it was going to go to the Senate, they're going to change it so that we can redact. We can make sure that national security information is not compromised. Well, it went to the Senate, passed right away. It's going to the president's desk. He says, Epstein, you're all clamoring. Okay, now you're going to get it. And he insists, you're not going to get me in that file. I may be mentioned, but nothing wrong. And he insists you're going to get Democrats. You're going to get Bill Clinton and Larry Summers, the former president of Harvard. He said, you're going to get all the Democrats, so you're going to get what you want. That's how he's looking at it. He says he's going to sign it.
What do you make of it?
I think that if Trump's fingerprints were on it, it would have came out a long time ago when President Biden controlled things. The Democrats had 4 years to call for it. Nobody ever called for it. Now it was kind of a get Trump kind of a motivation. The only caveat is I don't know why the president was acting weird about not releasing it. If you have nothing to hide, why was he dragging his feet? Why was he?
That's
Yeah, that's weird. Well, so was the whole story. For all this Epstein stuff, do we really know what Epstein was about? Does anybody know?
Where did his money really come from? Right? There's so much.
Was it CIA? Was it Israel? Was it Mossad? And what does the speaker? What does the speaker mean when he says, "Well, there's national security risks"? Just if we don't redact it, there's national. Well, what does that mean? But for all of this years and years of Epstein, nobody knows. Nobody still knows what this was all about. All about. Maybe we'll find out more.
Maybe.
Maybe it's a big maybe.
Yeah. Big maybe. So, all right. That's really kind of everything for today for the most part. I just got back from the Boys and Girls Club in Pawtucket. They did their annual meeting. Thank you for connecting them to Ocean State Job Lot because they got one of those gift cards to help feed families. Jim Hoyt, after 50 years of the club, is retiring and turning over some new leadership. So I saw everybody there, the mayor, Cicilline, the whole crew. So they were celebrating 125 years.
Speaking of retiring, Lynn Singleton, the president and CEO of PPAC, is stepping down at the end of the year. I had Lynn on. That's Lynn. I had him on. He was there for 43 years running that theater.
Yes.
And he really brought it put it on the map with all the musicals, all the road shows. A lot of them premiere here. He agreed his big hits were Phantom, Les Mis, Hamilton. I said, what were your flops? He said we had flops, and he even mentioned one. It was a version of Grease they bought, and it was terrible. They brought in, it was terrible. I remember going to it. So Lynn Singleton leaves. But however, the place is going to be in good hands. They're elevating Alan Chiles, who's been the general manager for decades. He's going to take over as the top guy. So I don't think they're not going to skip a beat.
We're positioned here in Rhode Island because it leaves Broadway and it comes right on up the East Coast, and we're one of the first stops. It's nice.
Yeah, well,
they do a good job there.
Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical, the road version premiered here. And then even before it gets to Boston, Lynn made a point of saying that a lot of shows open up in Providence before they go to Boston. But even though great impresarios, the curtain must come down on a career. A couple of other things. Boston got a Michelin-starred restaurant.
Yes, a Japanese restaurant, right?
311 Omikaze.
We had it on the news this morning. Yeah, what neighborhood's it in? Do you know?
I don't know, but Omikaze is a high-end way to serve sushi. Very, very expensive.
I love sushi.
You can go to some of these Omikaze places and spend $1,000 a head. They had a fire at Foxwoods at the steakhouse.
Yeah, they did.
David Burke Steakhouse. Everybody's okay. They're going to have to rebuild that particular restaurant. And Panera Bread, Alison, is the bloom off the rose for Panera Bread? Is the concept stale? They're down about $500 million from where they want to be. They've had a gradual slide.
They were huge for so long.
They were huge. Very big.
Yeah.
And the whole concept, fast, casual.
The drive-thrus are fast but healthy.
Yep. Just reading today, they're going to embark on a relaunch to freshen everything up.
Hopefully no logo changes like Cracker Barrel.
That's a good point. Because we know what happened with Cracker Barrel when they tried to freshen things up.
Yes, we do.
All it takes is one Instagram person. That'll go south.
The world we live in these
Very good point. Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting. I go to Panera.
I think I used to go more. I used to go more when it opened. I don't go that often. Maybe once or twice a year. Now sometimes the station orders out and brings Panera in. For some reason, I think the sandwiches are great when they come in.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the function of making them all at once, but kind of like the sandwiches to go better than to sit.
I have a business idea. I don't understand why there's not a drive-through for like a good pizza slice.
You and I, didn't we discuss that?
I am obsessed with this. I just don't understand why this doesn't exist. Just like
slice.
Just pepperoni, cheese, pick 4, mushroom, and white, whatever. Because you can, I hate to say this, but if you're in a rush and you're driving, that's the thing that nobody's doing that.
You can eat. Yeah.
If you have to, if you're going, it's not the best thing in the world for you, but who doesn't love pizza at the same time?
You're right.
And then we got some more Chick-fil-A's. I've never been to one, but more of those are coming to Rhode Island as well. So
they're building one in East Greenwich, and now we'll have 2 within probably a mile of each other. The one on Route 2 does gangbusters. I mean, the double drive-through is just cranking them, and they're opening another one
in Massachusetts too. Yep.
Yeah, they're opening another one right by the movie theater, Showcase Cinemas. Down by was that?
Seems to be magic.
Division in Route 2.
Seems
People
to be
love
magic.
that. Frank Terranova will tell you it's loaded with salt.
Yeah, I've never had.
That's why it's so tasty. But,
That makes sense. That
yeah.
makes sense. All right, Gene. Well, it's been great to see you.
Okay.
Moving on to our other responsibilities for the day.
Yes. All right. That wraps
Million
coffee
other
break.
things. That's coffee break for now. And
Ciao
I
for
have to
now.
say, ciao for now. Yep.
Bye.